What is up, my anime peeps? It's Rachel here from Yuku Review. How's it going? Just doing a massive Funko review today. I've actually lost track of how many I have to count. But I have a few Fallout Funkos. I have a few DC. I have Gudetama. I have Voltron. DC, and I think I've got another one in there somewhere. So a couple I got from Swingcon. Sorry to hear that the runner of the event, Luke Skywalker, he got broken into over the event of the convention, and some fucker stole his DJ equipment and money and pretty much his whole life. So I'm sorry to hear that happened, dude, and I hope that the charity event will raise you some money to help cover you for your loss. So hope you do okay. The rest I got either through trades from my fiance, because he's still umming and ahhing about his collections at the minute, and a lot of them I got from my mate Ruben, from his new Vigor site, which is Division 6, or if you go to www.dvi6.co.uk, I will put the link down below in my video after. And he does anime figures, Funkos, and various other collectibles, which I will show you. And I've also got a few little hanger mystery bags that I got from the convention last weekend as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna spin the camera around for the wheel of awesomeness and show you what I got. Okay guys, I'm just going to quickly go through with the ones I got at SwindonCon. So SwindonCon is just the convention I had in my local hometown, which is obviously Swindon. Sorry, I keep moving the camera. And so yeah, this is one of the free Funkos that I got there. It was just a standard con, so there wasn't overly many stands. There's only about sort of 4 stands that sold Funkos, and there was one that had this lovely one, which is Voltron from the classic anime series. I only vaguely remember watching Ultron when I was little a couple of times, but the main thing I always remember is Peter Cullen doing the narration, and yeah, I absolutely love Peter Cullen as a voice actor. He is amazing. If you don't know who he is, he voices Optimus Prime, and he also voiced Eeyore in the early 90s Disney Winnie the Pooh series, and he just has one of those really classic old school voices where you hear it, you remember your childhood. So yeah, this is the Ultron suit all together. So you have the wolves, the lion, and everything else, and yeah, it looks really badass. If they did like a Megazord one in this size, it would be cool. There is actually a Megazord one coming out, but I believe it's a Comic-Con exclusive. If it was metallic, I think this would really pop nicely. So yeah, that is Voltron, or we need Voltron. I love the sword, and I love the crest on the front, and overall it's really nicely painted. There are one or two sort of little nicks on the back, but again, if it's on the back and you've got it on the shelf, it's not really anything to overly complain about. So that is Voltron. So on to the next two. Okay, so the next two I have are from the Gudetama series. You may sort of faintly recognise this little guy. He's only sort of come onto sort of like the meme scene sort of in the sort of last couple of months, and Gudetama is the lazy egg, as you can see on the box. And the Gudetama only had 2 Funkos made of him. So this is number 9, which is just standard Gudetama in his eggshell. So basically Gudetama is just a lazy egg yolk, and can't really be bothered to do anything, and just thinks life is one big pain. And I just saw these at the convention and I had to buy them. They're just so ridiculously cute. So yeah, like on the boxes, there's not a lot of information about him, just mainly the site. And obviously Gudetama is part of Sanrio, who are famous for Hello Kitty, My Melody, and a few other various characters. I can't remember some of the names. I think one of them is called Cinnamon Bun or something like that. So that is the eggshell one. And this one's probably my favourite. This is Gudetama with a bacon blanket. And I just saw this and it's just so cute. He's kind of got little bags under his eyes as well, where the you can just about see the circle where the Funko eye would normally be. It kind of looks like he's really overly tired. And the paintwork on the bacon is really cool as well, because it's all like different colours, so it's all just not one same bland colour. It's like a really really nice piece of streaky bacon, and he's sat on a really nice sort of clear resin, so he looks like he's just been freshly cracked out of an egg and had some bacon chucked on him. This is actually something else I've got in Gudetama in the bacon. I got this in one of my loot crates. This was the food crate it came in. So yeah, it's very similar. So you do the bacon in sort of like a similar style. But yeah, I just absolutely adore these. So that is Gudetama. So I'm just going to now go on to the ones that I got from my buddy Ribbon. Okay, so first one I have up, and I actually literally just got this last night. This is from the Ghost in a Shell Pop Funko series from the movie that came out a little while ago. Yeah, I know I said that I didn't really like the film, so it's a bit weird actually getting the merchandise, but I really do love the costumes in the films, and Scarlett Johansson was pretty good as the Major. It's just I wasn't overly keen on the retelling of it. It's everyone's their own. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people prefer the anime like I do, because that's what I kind of grew up with. I know it couldn't be movie perfect to the anime, but it just wasn't for me. But anyway, this was the best outfit I thought the Major wore in the entire movie. I think this is the outfit she wore when she was scouting the nightclub, and yeah, she's got a standard gun and the sort of standard jogger sort of armor suit. And I do love the blue tint that's going into her hair, and it's not just all one big blob. It is really nicely blended, which is a nice touch. The gun could be a little bit better painted. I think it could have a bit of shading. You can still see a slight mold outline on it, but I'm not going to be too picky. And yeah, just a very standard plain suit, nothing too overly fancy. So the only ones I need now in this series are Bato, after he had his whole eye thing done in the film, and Major in the classic illusion suit, I should call it, when she turns invisible. That was probably the one best scene I did like in the film, was the fight scene in the lake. That was probably the nicest nod. And obviously I've already got the geisha character, which is my absolute favourite of the set. The detailing on that is just really, really nice. So let us go on to the next one. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so next up is Sarah Ryder in the classic new N7 armor. Well, classic new. Well, the new classic design of the N7 armor. Obviously, N7 is set quite a long time after the events between Mass Effect 2 and 3, I think Andromeda happens. So this is just the main character. Again, I really do need to start actually playing this game, because they just released a new DLC update. So I need to check it out and actually get into playing this game, because I do want to cosplay BB, the Asari, at some point. Hence why I got loads of the Funkos, and I got loads of the art books so I could do her. But anyway, on to Sarah Ryder. So the armor on this is really nicely detailed, and the level of colors. So you got the standard sort of grey, the black and the red, which actually blends in really nice, and it makes it stand out a lot more rather than it being sort of one bland grey colour. I think it's a lot better. She's got the standard little pistol, and it's a slightly metallic as well, which actually really makes it nice. And just standard classic hair, because obviously if you're a soldier you can't have lovely long flowy hair everywhere. So yeah, I'm getting the unmasked version as well. The unmasked version is a little trickier to get. Sorry, it's a bit blurry on my camera. And there's also the two Asaris, which I already have. There's Jal and Leon Costa, which is sort of like one of your other what would you call it? Comrades. That's it. Comrades. That's the word I'm looking for. But those ones I'm not overly fussed. And like I keep saying, I really do not get this overly fangirl base on Jal. It's like he's like the new Garrus. It's really weird. But I really do like this pop. So I can't wait to get the next Sarah Ryder for my collection. So let's go to the next Funko. Okay, now on to one of my favourite franchises. It is Fallout 4. And this one, technically this was going to be my fiance Adam's one, but he kind of decided that he didn't want to do the Fallout collection anymore, and he kind of felt a bit guilty that he was having it, because I've got the majority of them, so he kind of let me buy it off him so I could have it for my Fallout collection, which is to the right of me, and I've got quite a fair bit. I only need like I need one ghoul and a male wanderer for my first wave, and I need a couple for the last ones to collect on the second wave, so I'm not doing too bad. So this is Cogsworth in the battle damaged variant. Yes, there are two variants of him, so I will just show you briefly. So this is the battle damaged version, and this is the standard version. So actually I kind of like having both, because this is kind of like having Cogsworth at the beginning of Fallout 4, and this is Cogsworth at the sort of after the events when you wake up from the cryopod. Oh yeah, if you do like Fallout 4, I would advise you to watch a really funny 6-part YouTuber series. It's basically just someone taking Fallout clips, but they dub their mouth over it, and it's called Geordie Fallout, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's basically a Geordie who goes on a night out, he gets drunk, falls asleep in a cryopod, wakes up with a banging hangover, and is on the never-ending quest to get paracetamol. And it is really funny, and I would give it a watch. So I really do like this. So as you can see, it's just the same standard tools. You've got the blowtorch, buzzsaw, and grippers. But yeah, I do like having both different variants. So let us go on to the next one, which is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Okay, so this is my first 6-inch Funko for my Fallout collection, and this is Liberty Prime in the battle mode variant, or battle damaged variant. So as you can see, he's holding a mini nuke and he's got some slight like battle damaged sort of burnt sort of marks on his side of his face, and just slightly there on his chest. So I really do love this. My fiance again was going to get the non-battle damage version where he's not holding the nuke. So again, I'm going to be buying that one off him to get the collection done. And if you look at the back of him, he's got the power coils, and he's got more nukes on his back. I really do love this. I could not wait to get this out of the box, guys. I really need to play Fallout 3 again so I can get the best of his quotes. My mate Luke at work absolutely loves this character, and he also bought one of these while he was at London MCN, and I can't blame him because I just absolutely love this. So yeah, these are the last few from the newest wave. I've got Paladin Dance, I've got Nick Valentine, Cogsworth, you saw before. I just need Piper. I'm not overly keen on getting Piper because she's not one of my favourite characters. And I need the Exo 1 power armor, so then I will have that wave complete. So I absolutely cannot wait. So this one is going to be front and center in my collection. So I'm going to have to do a considerable amount of moving, and I don't really want to move Dog Meat front and center because he's my favorite pop. But yeah, he's going to have to take pride in place in my collection. So now we're going to get on to some Marvel and DC goodness. Okay, so this is the only Marvel pop that I've got. Again, I bought this off Adam just to sort of do a little bit of a trade, I should say, because MCM's coming up, and it's just to kind of balance one or two things out. Sorry, I just love the bobblehead, it's so funny. So this is Thanos. I do need him for my Guardians of the Galaxy collection, so again, he's going to take pride in place, and I absolutely love the 6-inch pop. It is just so nice. I love his big bold cheeky smile rather than just having a standard plain face. It brings out the character of him so much more, and I love the detailing on the armor, and the gold metallic is just so boss. And the helmet as well, just all the lines, they're all really well painted on this sculpt as well, which is nice. There's no nicks or mispaints or anything at all, and I just love this Funko. There are a few others in this collection because this is part of the first Well, actually, technically, this is from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but this is from the second wave of the Funko range. So, I've got this dancing group, and there's Yondu, which I would really, really love, because Yondu was just so good in both movies. Ronan, and the Collector, and Nebula, but obviously, where these are quite old now, they will get quite pricey, because usually when the next movie comes out, a lot of them get vaulted, and a lot of people put them up more in price. But I'll see what I can do. I just really have to have Yondu. I really want this character. It's kind of annoying because you see a lot of people at the minute, because of the Mary Poppins theme from number 2, they keep sort of chopping them up with Mary Poppins Funkos, and I think that kind of devalues them somewhat. I know it looks cool, but it's just, I'd rather have just the standard classic Yondu Funko. Anyway, let's get on to some DC goodness. Okay, first up on the DC ladies front, we have Wonder Woman, and obviously this is from the latest movie franchise, and I've been wanting this pop for so long. Adam did originally claim it because he wanted it for his Justice League collection, but he's kind of decided to go just on the sort of Star Wars front now, and movies and sci-fi. So he kindly let me buy it off him, because I've been absolutely dying for this. I love the detailing on the shield, and the armour is just so lovely painted. I'm glad that they didn't go with just very plain matte colours. They've made it glossy, so I think it makes the armour just pop so much more. And as you can see, she's got her lasso of truth and her sword, and I just love the detailing on the tiara. If I could cosplay this, I would. But my levels of armor building aren't quite that up to knack yet. I am getting another version of her where she's got the she's at a different sort of slightly battle stance, and she's got the lasso. This one, the one with the shield, I'll be getting that one soon, hopefully. But this one is just so nice, and I'm glad to have it. Unlike the Marvels, these ones don't bobblehead. It's just the Marvel ones that do, so I'm kind of glad, because I think it would look a bit odd. But yeah, I just absolutely love this, and yeah, I can't stop looking at the armor. It's just so pretty. I would like her mum Hippolyta, if I'm saying that even right. I can't even really say that thing seriously. And I would like her blue dress variant and her Amazon variant as well, if I can get hold of them. I really do need to see the movie ASAP. So as soon as I've got a moment of free time, I probably will. My mates went to see it last night, and they said it was really, really good. So yeah, I've got to get down and see that. So let's get on to the next Funkos. Okay, next up are my last 2 Funkos of the review. These are from the DC Bombshells collection. Again, Adam was going to have these, but he put them on the list just after he sort of decided to change his collection up. So I took them off his hands, because I have been after these for ages, and I love Harley Quinn. I've got 3 Harley Quinn pops now, which includes this one, so that's kind of good. So yeah, this is in her bombshell look, which I absolutely love. There are 1 or 2 slight mispaints. There's a little bit of a red here, and some of the detailing on the smaller parts are a little bit skew with, but other than that, I don't really care. I love this Funko, and I love her boots. This would probably definitely be one of the looks I would like to actually cosplay from her, because it would be quite easy. And I love her little bell earrings as well. I think that's quite a nice little cute touch. And I just turn her around just so you can see. So she's, oh no, Katana, no, oh sorry, she was a little bit unbalanced. So she can just, oh I'm sorry, I have to move her, you can't really see on my camera, and I can't get autofocus. Well anyway, I'll put her there because you can just about see. She's got a really, really nice little Joker decal on the back of her jacket, so that's a really, really nice touch. I do like the little pockets for her ammo as well. So that is Harley. Now let me just go and retrieve Miss Lady Katana. So this was one that I was really after in the Bombshell series, as Katana was probably one of my favourite characters in the Suicide Squad movie, but they did say a little on her backstory, but they didn't go into full depth. So it kind of just put her in the background in the movie, but I do love this variant of Funko. It's gorgeous. I love her kimono style dress. She's got her, obviously, her I can't talk. Her lovely katana sword, obviously being her name, and I love the makeup on her face. If I could wear this kimono, I bloody would, because it is gorgeous. I would have liked if they did some gold detailing on the back of the dress. It would have made it stand out a little bit more. And I love her hair. It is absolutely gorgeous. So that is my DC Funko collection. There is a slight little nick on her dress. Oh, there you go. It's gone now. It is a little bit imbalanced, but if you have it just in the right place, the dress does slightly weigh it down a little bit. So just on to the last little couple of items now, guys. Okay, so just on to one or two little things that I got this week. I got this one off someone off the Funko page who was selling a few things to clear out. And I just started getting into the Funko Pop Rock candy series. And this is Unmasked Gwen Stacy, or Spider-Gwen. They do bob, but unfortunately this one doesn't do it too well. Her hands get in the way in the hood, and it doesn't really bobble as well as what the Mystique one did, but I'm not that worried because I'm not putting it in the car for it to bobble anyway. So she's got really nice detailing on her arms and hoodie from her spider outfit, and obviously nice detailing on the back as well on her outfit. So I really do love these figures. I did see quite a lot of them at SwimCon, and there were so many I want to buy. So in this series you can get Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, and Thor, or female Thor. So yeah, I do want all of those, but not just as yet. So I still got quite a few bits to come in from Reuben at the end of the month, so hopefully I will have my Overwatch Funkos then. And speaking of Overwatch, on to the next item. So one of the little items I got this month was a Overwatch official patch, and this is of my favourite character, Tracer. Just loves. And yeah, I want to cosplay her later in the year of her standard outfit, so I wanted to get one of the patches, as getting them imported normally costs about sort of £12 to £20, but I actually got this official patch from Reuben for £3 from his site, which was an absolute steal. So I was so happy when I saw it at that price, and it is really nice. And if you feel the threading, it is just super nice. There's no fraying, no decoloration or anything. So if you get one from China, you probably wouldn't get as this good high quality. So yeah, if you want a really nice tracer patch, go to my mate's site, like I said, dvi6.co.uk. and yeah, it does come in a package wrap. Don't worry, it doesn't come loose, so you ain't got to worry it getting nicked or anything. I just took it out of the packet just to show you a bit on camera, if my camera would actually flip and focus. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but yeah, I'm so stoked with this. So just one more thing and then we shall be done. Okay, so the last thing on the review, guys, is a Figma, and I love Figmas. They are probably one of my favourite range of anime figures at the moment for the posable sort of types, and this is Lady Satsuki from Kill la Kill. Again, my fiance got this a few years ago at MCM. He wanted to have a bit of a clear out, and I'm still a massive Kill la Kill fan, and I was actually one who got him into the franchise. So he loved Lady Satsuki because it was his favourite character. I love Ryuko, but he offered me first dibs on the figure, and I wasn't going to say no because it is a beautiful sculpt. And yes, I know it is slightly pervy with the boobs and the butt, but I don't care. I love Lady Satsuki. She is a badass and very empowering female figure in this franchise. And also, yeah, it is really good to see a villain. Well, she wasn't really a villain. She was more of an anti-hero. It's just you kind of misunderstood her at the beginning, and then you kind of learn her intentions of why she was doing what she was doing. And it ended up in, well, it ended up really good in the end. So, yeah, I do have pretty much all of the series on collector's set, because I had to have it, and I've got a lot of the books. So, obviously, anyway, this is Lady Satsuki in her battle uniform mode, and it does come with 3 alternative faces, 2 swords, one in the sheath and one out the sheath, and also comes with the various scissor blades as well, because there is a point where she does use it, and they do come separate if you wish to have each scissor blade in her hand, or you can actually put them together. It does show you briefly on the box, so then you can use it on the other figure of Ryuko, or you can pair the scissor blade up which they hilariously use on Nui later on in the anime, in the big sort of climactic battles. I absolutely hated Nui. She was all ditzy and cutesy, and then she turned out to be this really irritatingly psychotic little cow who was a servant of Satsuki's mother. And oh my god, I can't stand the character. I love seeing people cosplay her because some of their costumes are amazing, because the hair is just so gravity defying. How they make the wigs is just curious. It defies me. But anyway, Lady Satsuki's looking cool. I do love her in this pose where she's doing her traditional sort of speech when she's usually sort of on top of the stairway. Also, it does come with a cardboard cutout. I think this was originally a promo on the original Good Smile site, but it comes with a cardboard cutout of a load of her standard school uniform cronies. You can have it behind her while she's giving a dramatic speech. It's like, yes, Lady Sasuke, which is kind of a little quirky feature. I really hope that they do a Nui Figma in the future, or they could have done Gamagori, because he's such a badass character. But unfortunately, where it didn't do overly well in Japan, they didn't do a lot of merchandise apart from Figmas and Nendoroids and a couple of keychains, which was very disappointing. But I will be getting the petite Nendoroid of Satsuki, one of Nui and one of Ryoko, so they will be coming up in my future reviews.